Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be going through Reddit questions specifically tailored towards fitness. If you have any fitness related questions, leave them in the comments below and I shall be sure to get to them at some point. I will try to answer them in the most simplest but yet educational way possible. I hope you appreciate the beautiful background. I put a lot of work into it. Let's go through the first question, shall we? I keep seeing info about how isometric holds at about 70% 1 rep max are a good way to train tendons. Does anyone know of a program out there for this specific goal? I don't have the expertise to make my own program, and I haven't found anything yet. For those who are unaware, tendons are very strong fibrous ligaments. For those who are unaware, tendons are very strong fibrous tissues in your body which attach muscle to bone. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go through and give you a program, but I can go through the questions the first that you answered. But I can go through the first question that you asked, and yes, tendons do love isometrics. They also love slow, methodical movement, as well as plyometrics. Just depends on what phase you are at. The reason it kind of goes like this is just genetics for the most part. When it comes to clients that have had muscular damage or injury, it is a lot more easier to rehab the individual without actually placing too much mechanical load on the area of injury. However, when it comes to tendon rehabilitation, it just tends to be a lot more long when it comes to the rehabilitation. And I find rest alone doesn't do justice to heal the situation. You need to load the tendon in the right, appropriate way, depending on each individual, which in the early stages, isometrics tends to be the best route of healing for tendons as opposed to muscle. You don't get much muscular strengthening and progression from isometrics. It's just the tendons that tend to get the most benefit from that. So yes, go ahead and throw in some isometrics, but you only really need to program it in maybe once or twice every month. Next question. How early is too early to worry about cutting/bulking? For those who are unaware, cutting is when you go on a caloric deficit to lose some weight, and bulking is when you go on a caloric surplus to gain some weight. This is all in regards to increase your strength and muscular size. It's funny, in the grand scheme of things, there isn't really a set number to this, but to me, I think it's almost unreasonable to bulk for 3 weeks and then go into a cut. Realistically, give it a nice period of time just for your body and composition to adapt within that caloric surplus or deficit, and then you can try to reverse it. So let's say you're going on a cut, you can go on a cut for 6 weeks, and then after that, you can go on a bulk straight afterwards. But just keep the duration of time relatively spaced out. Let's go to the next question, shall we? Thinking about running PHUL. Damn, these guys were acronyms. PHUL stands for power hypertrophy. I need to Google that. Power hypertrophy upper lower. No, I don't know if people use these acronyms, I swear. But skipping lower hypertrophy, since I already have tree trunk legs and small upper body, I usually get a few runs in per week. I am 6'3", 195 pounds. My estimated 1 rep max is bench 180, squat 270, press 105, deadlift 270. This is the program I'm thinking about. Thoughts? Am I crazy? I might also climb a day or two after work. I will place the program that he put in there on the left and right. And me looking through the program, I'm not gonna lie, I think you're doing too much. Considering you're looking to increase your muscle hypertrophy and strength at the same time, I just think you're doing too much. You're not giving yourself adequate time to rest. Day 1, you're doing upper body. Day 2, lower body. That's good. Even the structure of the sets and reps look fine. I hope you're resting in between, at least maybe 2 minutes. Day 3, you're running, so that's not really a rest if you think about it. Day 4, you're doing upper hypertrophy, which the rep scheme, just as good. Day 4, upper hypertrophy, rep scheme, that's good too. Day 5, core accessories. Is that power? I'm assuming, because the rep scheme, that's power. And then day 6, rest, climb, run, long run. See what I mean? There's no day where he's actually resting, because day 6 and day 7, unless he genuinely does absolutely nothing, maybe he goes out for a stroll, a walk, then you're not resting. If you're climbing, you're still doing some form of activity that requires energy expenditure that's quite a lot for your body. Long runs, that's not resting. Climbing, I don't care how elite you are, if your goal is, let's say, power and maybe a little bit of hypertrophy as well, you need time to rest. Sure, sometimes you can be resting too much, but like this is, you're not giving yourself adequate time, so you're not going to get a good output from this in terms of results. So don't be surprised if he's, one, fatigued all the time and doesn't see any progression in his strength or any muscular growth, really. So to me, I just say, what is your priorities at this point? Do you want to improve your cardio or climbing? Sure, you could be at a level where climbing is easy, but you're still doing some kind of activity that doesn't warrant your body to rest. If you can, on those days 6 and 7, you're actually resting, then that's good. And also space it out. So let's say you're doing day 1, day 2, you're doing some weight training. Day 3, rest. You need some time in between. Day 4, day 5, that's fine. It's just you need to program your rest in between. You can't do 4 days back to back without rest. That's not adequate enough. I guarantee those day 4s, day 5 are probably so lackluster of a workout routine that it's not, you're probably just not getting the most output you can for the routine. So I don't think this is going to work well. As long as you space out the resting, you should be fine. That's for now. You have to just change the program. Next question. I am 41M. I'm assuming that means male. And 5'11", 74.5 kilograms. I've been hitting the gym for about 2 years now, but only in the last 6 months have I been really consistent, training 3 times a week and following a set program. Here's the routine I started using as my baseline about 6 months ago. I've definitely noticed a difference already. I'm stronger, putting on muscle, and just feeling overall better. That said, I've got a couple of questions I'm still unsure about, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Bullet point 1. Right now, I am only training upper body and completely skipping the lower body A and B. Main reason is that I am really just focused on building my upper body, and I don't have extra time to add more sessions. My question is, if I were to actually start hitting the lower body too, would that slow down my upper body progress? And related, how bad is it really if I just keep skipping leg day in my progress? My program doesn't include deadlifts or squats, even though I see those come up all the time as must-do compound lifts. Is that a big problem, or am I fine leaving them out with this routine? Sir, come close, come close. It's a safe space, come close. Train your damn legs. I don't like when people do this. Even like girls, they just train their legs and no upper body. Your overall physique is all encompassed on how you train everything. Otherwise, there'll be such asymmetrical differences that it can impact your longevity. Plus, you just said it. You've been training for 6 months, 3 times a week, consistently. You can fit the leg routine. You mentioned do some compound lifts. If you don't want to do some accessories which will take up time, just do a compound lift which can train more than one muscle group. Just throw that in at least so you have some kind of stimulus growing your legs. But I just don't think there's ever an excuse to do upper body only or just one section only, unless you're rehabbing, sure. But you can do it. Throw some compounds in, you're fine. And you won't be missing out on your upper body, but you do have to train them all symmetrically. Otherwise, in the long run, you're going to find issues. I'm just saying. Well, that concludes this Reddit question video. Thank you for watching. If, like I said, you have any fitness related questions, leave them below and I will try to get to them on the next Reddit video. I hope you guys have a good day and I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.